Live from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN television news. GBN covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd. The news headlines comes to you compliments Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
We're going live with the news. This is Network News for Monday, October 13, 2025. In the headlines, Trump administration threatens sanctions against small island states over International Maritime Organization's net zero framework. U.S. Southcom commander to hold security talks in Grenada. Historian Baptiste claims new evidence of British monarchy's gains from slavery in Grenada. Also in the news regionally, Barbados reports no surge in arrivals after CARICOM free movement begins. Internationally, final live-in hostages freed as Trump visits Israel. Plus in the sports news, Hope and Campbell shine. West Indies still in the dark with the series, while tornadoes sink spotlight ballers in under-23 basketball.
The first segment of the news comes to you compliments Soft Weave bathroom tissue.
Have you heard about the new Soft Weave bathroom tissue with total hygiene? As hygiene and safety have taken center stage, our bathroom tissue is now manufactured with 3 different technologies to offer the best protection for you and your family. UVC light technology for a safe and effective disinfection process, eliminating 99.9% of microorganisms. Also, production at high temperatures, killing all types of germs and bacteria. And it's pH controlled with delicate fibers to prevent irritation for even sensitive skin. Soft Weave Total Hygiene Bathroom Tissue, available in supermarkets and shops island-wide. Visit Soft Weave Caribbean Facebook or Instagram pages for more information.
I'm Kenroy Baptiste with Network News. Thanks for joining us. Top story, Grenada and other small island developing states face a new challenge as the United States threatens sanctions and other punitive measures for supporting the International Maritime Organization's proposed net zero framework. This report from trainee reporter Deidre Seeley.
The Trump administration has warned that Grenada and other small island developing states could face punitive measures if they support the International Maritime Organization's, or IMO's, proposed net zero framework, a global initiative to cut greenhouse gas emissions from shipping. In a joint statement, Secretary of State Marco Rubio and Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy announced potential consequences for countries backing the IMO's decarbonization plan, including port bans, visa restrictions for seafarers, additional vessel fees, and sanctions on government officials accused of sponsoring activist-driven climate policies. The administration criticized the IMO's net zero framework as a European-led neo-colonial export of global climate regulations, warning that its adoption would amount to the first global carbon tax. The draft framework has strong support from European nations, Pacific Island states, and major shipping groups. However, the U.S. opposition could influence the outcome of this week's Marine Environment Protection Committee, or MEPC, vote in London. Despite U.S. resistance, the European Union has reaffirmed its commitment to the net zero framework, calling it a major step toward decarbonizing the shipping sector and pledging to review EU regulations after the IMO's decision. Grenada's ambassador to the IMO, Jerry Eno, who also serves as the nation's special envoy for oceans, will be among those representing small island developing states at the upcoming vote. Reporting for GBN News, I am trainee reporter Deidre Seeley.
All right, this story to report. Grenada will be at the forefront of high-level security discussions this week as U.S. Navy Admiral Alvin Halsey, commander of U.S. Southern Command, Southcom, visits the island on October 15. There he is. This is Admiral Admiral Halsey's first official visit to Grenada since assuming command last November. His visit underscores the U.S.'s commitment to strengthening security partnerships in the Caribbean. With Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell out of state until October 18, Acting Prime Minister Lennox Andrews and Acting Commissioner of Police Randy Connaught will host Admiral Halsey. Talks will focus on deepening cooperation against transnational organized crime, illicit trafficking, and border security. The visit comes against the backdrop of a U.S. request to temporarily install radar equipment and associated technical personnel at Maurice Bishop International Airport, to which Grenada has not yet responded. Admiral Halsey will also visit Antigua and Barbuda during his regional tour, meeting with Prime Minister Gaston Brown and Chief of Defense Staff Brigadier Talbot Benjamin. Political leader of the movement and Member of Parliament for the Tongue of St. George, Peter David, has added his voice to the U.S. request, warning that it could come at a steep cost. Trainee reporter Shania McIntosh has this report.
The government of the United States has purportedly asked Grenada to permit the installation of radar assets at the Maurice Bishop International Airport, a proposal that has stirred both political discussion and public curiosity across the island. The request has raised questions about how it might affect Grenada's independence and long-standing position as a peaceful nation in the Caribbean. Many citizens and political figures are now debating whether allowing the United States radar equipment on the island could strengthen security or draw Grenada into regional and international tension. In an exclusive interview, political leader of the movement and Member of Parliament for the Tongue of St. George, Peter David, cautioned that agreeing to the United States request could come at a steep cost.
In the Southern Caribbean. We as a country, not with this administration, not only with the previous administration, all administrations over the years, we have called and continue to make calls for this area to be declared and to be sustained as a zone of peace. In fact, just last month at the UN General Assembly, that call was made. If we accede to the request by the United States, I believe, and we believe as a people, it seems to me, because I'm getting lots of calls on that, that will only escalate tensions in the Southern Caribbean. Our view is that Grenada, given its strategic location and its excellent relationship with the United States and with Venezuela, is in a good position not to put on military assets, but to engage in some discussions and negotiations with the parties to see if we, not only Grenada, but we as a regional entity, the OECS or CARICOM, can find ways to settle these matters peacefully. Imagine what the impact on Grenada would be to find ourselves in the middle of a military conflict. We have no capacity to deal with it. And at the end of it, we'll be left holding all the rubble and and not having any benefit from it. What I believe and what I've said and what I continue to say is that the region should be kept as a zone of peace. We must maintain our excellent relations with the U.S., maintain our excellent relationship with Venezuela, who has been good to us over the years with energy supplies and other assistance over the years, as we have been with the United States, and see if we can find ourselves somewhere where we can offer assistance in making peace, not making war. Our assistance should be in our interest, which is to keep the region, keep the area, keep the Southern Caribbean as a zone of peace, so that our people can have what we call peaceful development.
Governmental officials have not yet said whether Grenada will approve the request. However, the debate continues across the island about the potential impact of the proposal. Tune in tonight on GBN Beyond the Headlines, where the panelists will discuss this topic further. Shania McIntosh, GBN News.
All right. After uncovering what she calls new evidence of how the British monarchy personally benefited from slavery in Grenada, historian Desiree Baptiste is now on island to share her findings and continue her research. More in this Rina Thomas report.
We are here in Bonaire St. Mark with historian Desiree Baptiste, a Grenadian by descent. The researcher is at the heart of a revelation that a British king profited personally from slavery in Grenada. The research was published by Reuters news outlet 2 months ago. Today, she is taking us to the site. What used to be a plantation filled with sugarcane is now a residential area and the home of the Bonaire Government School. Standing in front of what used to be a sugar mill, Baptiste gives us a backdrop of our history.
In terms of the work, it's a passion I've had all my life. I grew up in the household of a historian father, and that's where my love for history comes from. I've been a researcher for many, many years, doing commissioned research, and slowly my work turned towards Grenada, which is not surprising because obviously my father is from Grenada, my ancestry is in Grenada, and I began exploring the story of enslavement right here in Grenada, which is a history that belongs to all of us because it was our ancestors who worked unpaid for the riches of the English establishment. And then there was a turn towards the royal family in my research, and I came upon an interesting document which showed that a British king, George IV, he ruled from 1820 to 1830, and he personally profited from enslaved people right here in Grenada. In 1823, he received a payment of £1,000, which is over 100,000 in today's money, directly going into the privy purse. It was directed to the privy purse, which is his private income. And that means an English monarch, a British monarch, personally profited from our ancestors. To have come across that one document, there are likely going to be more showing more private payments like that, but it was a first. And it centers right here in Grenada and on the land that we are standing on right now, which is the Bonaire estate, which is now a lovely, quiet village. But back 200 years ago, this would have been the equivalent of a concentration camp.
We spoke to Pearl Belfon, a resident of Bonaire, who gave us a community perspective of the old sugar mill.
I am Pearl Belfon and I am 74 years old. They make rum in the mill and they use bagasse and wood and so to fire the copper to heat the juices and so that's gathered from the sugar cane. We don't have much sugar cane around now. There also be vast fields of sugar cane which they use to make the sugar and the rum, but you don't have much of that now. Some places you will see a little sugar cane, but not that amount. The older heads would tell you there was this mill there and it was very important and lots of people worked there. They depended on it for their livelihood, but I don't know how many people were there, when they were there. Can't give it that.
According to a Reuters article published on August 7, 2025, Buckingham Palace did not immediately respond to a request for comments. Baptiste's research has been verified by the University of Manchester, Professor Edmund Smith, and Dr. Nick Draper, founder of the University College London's Legacies of British Slave Ownership Project. Her independent study, Slaves, the Property of His Majesty George IV and Grenada, comes as calls for reparation for slavery gains momentum, particularly across the Caribbean. Rena Pierre Thomas, GBN News.
A new Florida government school is on the horizon, with major demolition and reconstruction work set to begin in the coming weeks. Christina John has this report.
Students currently attending the Florida Government School in Loretto, St. John, will soon be relocated to the temporary facility as the main school building, deemed structurally unsafe since 2021, is scheduled to be demolished. In a phone interview on Monday, Chief Technical Officer in the Ministry of Infrastructure, Kevin Blash, confirmed that preparations have been ongoing. He noted that Kenny's Trucking Company, the contractor on the project, has been working over the past few months to construct a temporary structure on the school's old basketball court. The facility will house not only classrooms, but also essential amenities like washrooms to accommodate the student body during construction.
So the first stage of the work would be the demolition of the existing building and then the former temporary buildings in the courtyard. For the people familiar with the site, that school has in a state of, should I say, not in the best of facilities for some time. Due to deterioration of the old building where the school used to be housed. So that would be the first thing that the contractors would be engaging. That is, demolishing the existing structures. The final reconstructed building would be a reinforced concrete structure. It would have 2 floors. It would also have some modern amenities for schools in the 21st century, in terms of various labs, such as computer labs.
Blash also revealed that the original historical building on the site will be preserved. While it is no longer fit for classroom use, it will eventually be repurposed to house the school's administrative offices. The estimated cost of the new school is $22 million EC dollars. A significant investment in educational infrastructure for St. John.
This project as well is that there is an existing, should I say, great house or historical building on the site that would also be incorporated in the final product for the school as well. So that building would be used to house some administrative functions as well as some specialist classrooms.
With demolition work about to begin and temporary arrangements in place, the ministry says the project is moving ahead with care and urgency to deliver a modern, safe learning environment for students, teachers, and staff in the near future. Christina John, GBN News.
Coming up in Network News, live from the Grenadian capital, greater investment in resilience urged for International Day for Disaster Risk Reduction. And Legends in Concert returns with surprises and stellar Caribbean talent for 2025. Stay with us.
Do you have multiple loan payments? Is your debt weighing you down? Ariza has the solution. Simplify your loan with Ariza's Simplify Loan promotion. Now you can combine all your payments into one easy, manageable loan. Enjoy lower interest rates, flexible repayment terms, and more cash in hand for what truly matters. Less stress, more freedom. Live comfortably while reaching your financial goals. Ariza helps you simplify your life because you deserve financial freedom. Apply now. Visit any Ariza branch or WhatsApp us at 423-4987.
Our 11th Grand Leg Debates champion.
The Grand Leg Debates, more than just a competition.
Ateliteric is not.
It's a national collaboration, nurturing curiosity, research, critical thinking, and confidence among our secondary school students all over Grenada.
We need to teach more cognitive.
Bright young minds are sparking powerful ideas.
Financial capital is just a passive factor.
Not just a debate. For the audience, it's a voyage of self-discovery. Our debaters dare us to be informed, to listen and respect different perspectives, even while we champion our beliefs. With the unwavering commitment of educators, public and private sector entities, the media, and an army of volunteers, this impactful national challenge unfolds every year between September and November. The Grand Leg Debates, shaping the way we think.
But when you need someone to help you to your feet, I'll be that beacon to your highest peak. Oh, I'll be right next to you, no, I will never leave. Come on, take my hands, we got everything we need. Cause you can look to me, yes, I can. Whenever you're in need, yes, you can. Just call on me and I'll be on my way. I'll be by your side, never to divide. The light that shines our way. Wherever your road leads, we'll be right there with you. Wherever your road leads, we'll make your dreams come true. Next side, next side, next side, right next to you.
Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
Welcome to Caracou, small in size, rich in spirit. As you step off the boat, you're greeted by smiling faces and warm island vibes. Your adventure begins here. Need a cozy place to stay? The Mermaid Beach Hotel has been a favorite for years. Waterfront views, clean comfort, and located in the town. In Bogles, the Roundhouse Cottages offers rustic charm with a touch of elegance. A peaceful hideaway surrounded by nature. Prefer something private? Dong Island Villas gives you space, sea breeze, and a home away from home feel. Wake up to the sound of waves and views that stretch for miles. We're ready to welcome you. When are you coming?
Grenadians, get ready to commemorate National Heroes Day on Sunday, October 19th at the former Riviera Hotel site next to Camahorn Park. Grand Dance from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. The theme for this year's commemoration, honoring our legacy, inspiring our future. This National Heroes Day commemoration promises to be one to remember with a prayer and worship segment, the spoken word, and a powerful message from our special guest speaker. National Heroes Day Commemoration 2025 will also see the official sword turning on the grounds of the Riviera site, which will then be known as National Heroes and Heritage Park. Sunday, October 19th, 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. National Heroes Day Commemoration. Monrouge, St. George. See you there.
James. Yes, ma. You didn't know Quad Bank doing e-banking, no? Yes, but they're doing that for quite a while. And the thing could do plenty. I know. Let me tell you, I stay right here in the house, I go up on the phone and I pay all my bills. And watch, I check in my accounts on them 24/7. Monday to Monday. But watch, when you hear your mother speaking, have some manners and wait. And as I was saying, the thing good, you know, you could send and receive money. You sure? But yes, the thing. Well, send some money, let me see. Yeah, steady and wait. Right there it was the.
Miss Cinti is up to the time with Corp Bank's e-banking platform. Click, tap, done. Banking just got easier.
Welcome home.
World Food Day 2025 is here. October 13th to the 17th under the theme Hand in Hand for Better Food and a Better Future. Monday, October 13th, 4-H School Competition. Tuesday, October 14th, Friendly Chef Contest in collaboration with the Grenada Food and Nutrition Council. Wednesday, October 15th, Eat Your Fruits and Veggie Day among schools, the private and public sector, including public engagements via social media platforms. International World Food Day celebrations. Thursday, October 16th, Minister's Address and panel discussion. And the curtains will come down with the grand exhibition on Friday, October 17th at the Old Trafford Plainfield Canteen. Make your plans and get on board. Hosted by the Ministry of Agriculture, Lands and Forestry.
Building or renovating your home or business? Why not use clean, renewable energy? Install solar panels to power your home and office and see your energy costs go down and your savings go up. Using renewable solar-powered energy protects our environment, reduces our carbon footprint, and slows the devastating impact of climate change. Republic Bank can help to finance construction and renovations that make use of renewable energy. Visit any Republic Bank branch and ask about renewable energy financing options today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Oh, it happens to all of us. Low on cash and in need of money right away. Play Instacash Monday to Sunday and there are no draws.
So what you saying? No numbers to choose from?
Nope.
And no draw sessions to wait on?
Nope. and we can play it anytime and any day. Yep, including Sundays. Instacash. Ask for it by name and choose from a wide variety of games as low as $2 and win instantly. It is fast, it is easy to play, and you win cash right away. Must be 18 years or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Building or renovating your home or business? Why not use clean, renewable energy? Install solar panels to power your home and office and see your energy costs go down and your savings go up. Using renewable solar-powered energy protects our environment, reduces our carbon footprint, and slows the devastating impact of climate change. Republic Bank can help to finance construction and renovations that make use of renewable energy. Visit any Republic Bank branch and ask about renewable energy financing options today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Rebecca Television Center, fund resilience now to avoid paying for disasters later. This is the principal message for this year's International Day for Disaster Risk Reduction. Trainee reporter Deidre Seeley has the rest of the details.
As the world observes International Day for Disaster Risk Reduction on October 13th, countries are urged to direct more resources towards disaster risk reduction. The theme for this year's observance, Fund Resilience Not Disasters, calls for greater financing, planning, and resources for disaster mitigation in order to avoid the high cost of damage and rebuilding. Dr. Terence Walters is the National Disaster Coordinator at the National Disaster Management Authority, NADMA. The agency is responsible for coordinating all disaster-related activities, including training and sensitization. Dr. Walters spoke with GBN about the significance of today's theme.
From the National Disaster Management Agency, we do understand that we must invest in resilience, and the money you spend today, so if you spend $1 today, it would save you so much more in the future. So you spend, $1 in resilience today, or $1,000 in building resilience today, it would save you a lot more whenever there is a hazard event.
While NADMA leads disaster preparedness and responses at the national level, Dr. Walters emphasized that individuals should also prioritize resilience.
So we just want to take the opportunity to say to the general public that you need to invest now, invest in training, become a volunteer, become part of the NADMA district teams, do what you can do in terms of, trimming overhanging trees, cleaning your drains, building according to the building code, not building close to the river, in terms of people squatting, and then causing issues later on. So you as an individual, you have a role to play, and we ask that we invest in building resilience, building capacity now, so that the risks involved will be reduced in the future.
According to the United Nations Office for Disaster Risk Reduction, disasters are now costing the world as much as $2.3 trillion per year. By investing in disaster risk reduction, this cost can be significantly reduced, and funding can be directed towards development. Reporting for GBN News, I am trainee reporter Deidre Seeley.
Other news, the Grenada Cultural Foundation launched the Anti-Tech Spicewood Festival today, October 13, opening a vibrant week of activities under the theme Echoes of Our History and Culture. Christina John reports.
Running until October 18th, the festival celebrates Grenada's literary and oral heritage with events for students and the wider public. Livingston Nilsson is the Chief Executive Officer of the Grenada Cultural Foundation.
Like this afternoon, we are going to be at the Spice Basket, and the public, if it's not too late, you can plan to come down. It starts from 6 p.m. at the pavilion, or what you may call at the gazebo in Spice Basket. So we have a whole lineup of panelists, with Ali Gale, Mr. Ali Gale, Mistress Gloria Payne Banfield, ambassador, I think, Ricardo Kings Douglas. We have a young cultural lady named Miss Anika Phillip, and then we have a young author, just 21, Mr. Nathan Hood, and they are going to be looking at anti-tech. So they're going to elaborate a little bit more of that. They're going to look at the Grenadian folklore, our mythologies about the Anansi and the Lajables and the Ligawu and those stories on them. And then they are going to be answering the question, is this still relevant? And that's a question.
Students can participate in a short storytelling and story writing competition and attend Confession, the Tale of Two Fishermen, a folklore play for secondary schools, while primary school students can enjoy book readings and storytelling sessions in collaboration with Grenadian Published Authors, Inc. Nelson said although children's interest has shifted over the years, those stories help to shape our lives.
But the method we used to use is no longer applicable. You can't get children under the moonlight, except for a special project, and have them sitting down with the grandparents, etc., and listening. But now, our same stories can take new form. And stories also take a new form. And part of what we had in stories was to get you in line. Right. Sometimes it was just the moral that was passed on through the stories, so you look at the stories and you actually look at people's and the character, even when it was exaggerated. It helped you to discern good from evil, because you always...
A special presentation by Mr. Ricardo Kins Douglas is set for students in Carriacou. Public events include a roundtable discussion on Grenada folklore at the Spice Basket Gazebo tonight, an open mic night for poets and storytellers on October 16th, and parish-based activities such as dramatic performances, poetry, ring games, and drumming. The festival aims to highlight and preserve Grenada's cultural tradition. Christina John, GBN News.
Grenada celebrates a proud moment as one of its own earns international recognition at a leading literary event in Hollywood. It's time for this evening's GBN ISAW.
A good eye catches all. GBN ISAW is brought to you by Clearvision.
I got my glasses from Clearvision Eye Center.
I got my glasses at Clearvision Eye Center.
Clearvision Eye Center.
Clearvision Eye Center.
In this evening's ISAW, we feature Grenadian-born author, singer, and storyteller Deanne Scott, who made history on Hollywood's red carpet at the International Impact Book Awards. Scott was actually honored as a finalist for Author of the Year, becoming the first to represent Grenada at this prestigious event known as the Oscars for Authors. The ceremony treated storytellers to the same prestige and spotlight as film and music stars. Scott's remarkable achievement is a milestone for Grenada, shining a light on the nation's talent, literature, music, and culture. Her recognition is a source of pride and inspiration for Grenadians, both at home and abroad, showing that voices from the small island can make a global impact. Share your photos and videos with us via WhatsApp at 405-3052 or on our other social media platforms. That'll be all for GBN ISAW.
Congratulations to her. All right, you are looking at Network News. Let's bring you up to speed now with this story. The stage is set for a powerful return of Legends in Concert, Grenada's hallmark showcase of Caribbean musical excellence. As we hear in this report, the show not only features a shift from its usual pre-summer slot, but also a surprise artist who will debut at the November 9 event.
The 2025 edition of Legends in Concert carries both nostalgia and intrigue. Among the featured performers is suspended priest Father Gerard Paul, whose upcoming song, O Gaza, will make its debut on the Legends stage. Paul, who was suspended from active ministry last year following outspoken comments on the Gaza conflict, is returning to the public spotlight through music.
This thing is not about me. It's not even about the church that I belong to. It's really about the suffering people of Gaza. We're talking about really many hundreds of thousands of people that have been killed. So the inspiration comes from the reality of the situation, that a genocide has been committed for the first time on social media, on the news, before our very eyes. And my pain, one of my pain and the pain of a lot of us around the globe, has been the silence of our leaders.
According to the priest, O Gaza is only just his first, and he plans to produce more music, and competition is not out of his sight. Also gracing the lineup is veteran calypsonian and 11-time monarch Finley Scholar Jeffrey, a near-constant presence since the show's inception. He says fans are in for a treat.
Legends for me is the show that, to put it in colloquial terms, that was getting the most. The audience in Legends is probably the most intimate audience that I ever sing to, and I love that intimacy. Legends is a full entertainment package for me, and that's what people can look forward to.
Godfrey Augustine, who has mounted the production for 19 years, shared that this year's later date allows for a fresh creative direction and give audiences a chance to enjoy some of the best Grenadian and Caribbean music outside of the crowded Spice Mass Festival.
Legends being a unique event, basically promoting the Calypso art form, we felt we needed a home, and so we moved it later on in the year so that people can actually enjoy Calypso. We do not want people to think that Calypso is carnival. Calypso is an art form. Calypso shaped lives, it shaped generations, and we felt moving away from the carnival season would do a lot of justice, and thus far we have seen that. We try every year as much as possible to bring something new. Someone who has never performed on the show before, someone who has never performed in Grenada before. We look for that, to make the show enticing. People wanting to come. We've moved the day from Saturday to Sunday, and we've moved the time to 5 in the afternoon, making it a lot easier for some of the elderly folks to come out.
Legends in Concert 2025 takes place at the Grenada Trade Center on Sunday, November 9th, with a 5 p.m. start time. For GBN News, Janelle Dick.
After the break, 7 minor accidents spur fresh road safety calls. We'll talk about that.
He was a voice from the pulpit, now away from the altar, but never away from purpose. Father Gerard Paul now takes the Legends stage with fire, conviction, and a calypso that's stirring the nation. The 19th annual Hubbard's Legends in Concert, Sunday, November 9th, 5 p.m., Grenada Trade Center. Father Gerard Paul sings Truth to power.
In the face of all this violence, I will preach, I will preach.
Along with the best of Grenada, Black Prince, and the Pink Panther. Tickets $60 and are available at all Gittins Healthcare Pharmacies. Quick Stop at Otway Service Station, Springs Food Mart, Clear Vision Eye Center, Gittins Pharmacy, St. George's, St. David's Pharmacy, and GoodFed.com. Father Gerard Paul, along with the voices of legends and their stories that shaped generations. The 19th annual Hubbard's Legends in Concert. One stage, one night. Get your tickets now.
Cannot just pretend everything is fine as I run me mind.
This is the moment. Our girls, our game, our victory. On Saturday, November 29th, all roads lead to the Karani James Athletic Stadium as our senior women's national team take on Costa Rica in the CONCACAF Women's Qualifiers. Come out and support our girls. It's our legacy, our pride, and our chance to move one step closer to the CONCACAF Women's Championships. Our girls have not lost a match at home in our previous CONCACAF qualifier, but to stay unbeaten, they need you. The drums, the horns, the flags, the full power of the 12th man. Get your tickets now. $20 for adults, $10 for students, children under 10 free. Get yours at the GFA office, Chucky's Bar, Heather's Boutique, or Grenadian Optical in St. George's and Spiceland Mall. Adult tickets are also available online at GoToFed.com. Grenada versus Costa Rica. Be loud. Be proud.
Need to open a bank account? There's no time to make the drive to stand in line. Get ready. Opening an account with Republic On Board is easy from anywhere at any time, even while waiting for a food order. So you don't have to skip lunch. Republic On Board. Fast, easy, secure. Visit www.republiconboard.com to open your account today.
Distributed by Echo Blue Limited. Visit us on the Lansapine Main Road or call 405-4818.
Make home yours every day with Courts. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, ooh, oh, oh. Get value for your money. Ooh, oh, oh. Courts have the best quality. Home is what you make it. Best prices and good credit. Oh, Courts have it all.
Courts has what you need to make home yours. You can get it all with easy payment plans using Courts Ready Finance. Courts, make home yours.
What if you had a choice? A choice of joining a line or a choice of making your purchases online? What would you choose? While you ponder on that, the National Lotteries Authority has provided another purchasing option. All their games are now available online. Yes, Grenadians, from wherever you are, purchase your favorite daily and jackpot type games using any electronic device. Register on the NLA's website at www.nla.gd. Top up your account and enjoy online lottery gaming at your convenience. We're taking shopping comfort up, up, up several notches, but the choice is yours. Join a line or buy online. NLA, make your dreams come true.
There are lots of reasons to own your future now. Lots of dreams and lots of plans. Lots of ways to own your land. With ACB by your side. Lots of ways to own with pride. Lots of chances to make it yours. Lots of ways to open doors. Lots of space to build much more. Lots of reasons to own your future now. Now, yeah. There are lots of reasons reasons to own your future now.
Start building your tomorrow today with a LOTS loan from ACB Grenada Bank.
There are lots of reasons to own your future now.
LOTS, land ownership, tomorrow secured.
Terms and conditions apply.
Residents of Carriacou and Petit Martinique, have you ever wondered how you can benefit from Grenada's Citizenship by Investment program? Join the Investment Migration Agency of Grenada for the next IMA Symposium Series on October 22nd at 5:30 p.m. at the Mermaid Hotel Conference Room, Carriacou. This public forum will explore how local developers and those aspiring to become developers can access new earning opportunities through the CBI program. Hear from key experts representing the Investment Migration Agency, the CBI Committee, and the Grenada Investment Development Corporation as they discuss recent regulatory changes designed to expand local participation. This is your chance to gain insight, ask questions, and discover how you can be part of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique's development story. Don't miss it. Join the conversation on October 22nd at 5:30 p.m. at the Mermaid Hotel Conference Room.
Level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium.
Police are reporting an increase in the number of accidents throughout Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. Trainee reporter Shania McIntosh tells us more.
The Royal Grenada Police Force Traffic Department is reporting an 8% increase of accidents compared from the year 2024 to 2025. A record of 2,000 accidents have been recorded for the year 2024, whereas a record of 2,143 have been recorded for this year so far as of Friday, October 10th.
We've seen an 8% increase in reported accidents compared to the reporting period to last year, at that period to now. We've seen an 8% increase in reported accidents.
Community activist and co-founder of the Asher McIntyre Safety Foundation, Sylvan McIntyre is stressing the importance of vigilance for all road users. McIntyre underscores that driver error remains one of the leading contributors to accidents, highlighting also that improperly parked vehicles along roadways and deteriorating road conditions are factors that increase the likelihood of collisions.
In our recent conversation with RGPF, it appears that speeding as being one of the greater contributors for some of the accidents. As I mentioned, driver error, but not to really underplay the many vehicles that are parked on our roads. The derelict vehicles that are parked up, they do create some obstructions, distraction to a large extent, because there are people who are repairing vehicles, there are others who are parking overnight, there are persons who are parking throughout the day, and those are some really, really strong contributing factors. But
Referring to the recent collision involving a bus at the Allen Francis roundabout, the former police superintendent described the incident as a clear breach of traffic regulations, suggesting that excessive speed was likely a contributing factor in the crash.
In some cases, persons who are doing commute, driving those small buses or vans that commute people from point A to B, in some instances you can see them on their phones, they might be distracted, passengers may be asking for different requests, and sometimes they are distracted or otherwise. And then there are sometimes the emotional readiness where people are psychologically not well balanced to be on the roads.
McIntyre suggested that hosting of town hall meetings to facilitate dialogue among stakeholders stakeholders and citizens with the aim of developing practical solutions and gathering public input on improving road safety across the nation. The call for collective action highlights the growing concern over road safety in Grenada. With the Royal Grenada Police Force continuing to record frequent accidents, the message serves as a timely reminder that road safety relies not only on enforcement and infrastructure, but also on the responsibility and vigilance of every driver. Shania McIntosh, GBN News.
Meanwhile, one home in Creighton, St. George was damaged over the weekend after a vehicle flipped and crashed into it. No fatalities were recorded. According to a statement issued by the Royal Grenada Police Force, between 12 midnight on October 11 and 12 midnight on October 12, officers recorded 21 minor accidents across Grenada. Corporal Troy Paul, who is attached to the traffic department, recently highlighted some of the common factors that lead to road accidents, including speeding, distracted driving, and lack of attention to road conditions. He was a guest on GBN.
Doing everything else besides focusing on what you're supposed to be doing driving. So the use of the cell phone while you're behind the wheel, the eating, the drinking, the doing of everything else as I stated, when you should be focusing on driving. So this can contribute to distracted driving, and it is one of the main causes of a lot of the accidents on our nation's road. Failing to obey traffic signs and signals. Persons do that most of the times, especially when they're approaching the intersection. What the highway code and what our law says that you're supposed to slow down, stop, and make sure that nothing is coming from either direction. But what we see persons, they're not slowing down, they're not stopping, and they just drive through as I stated yesterday. The other thing we have is tailgating, persons driving too close behind the vehicle that is in front of them. So then you would not have a proper reaction time if that vehicle in front of you make a sudden stop. In addition to that, speeding continues to be a problem on our nation's road. And I say speeding, not just exceeding the speed limit, but also driving in a manner for that particular road condition at the time.
The RGPF is urging all road users to remain vigilant and practice safe driving at all times. We'll be back in a moment to report the sports news.
When you need your prescription filled or you require non-prescribed medication, supplements, or all your personal needs, visit Gittins Healthcare at locations on Wall Street, Grand Anse, Victoria Street, Granville, and Central Deputy Street, Wharf. Gittins Healthcare aims to provide an exceptional personalized pharmacy experience. Additionally, children under 5 and adults 55 years and over will enjoy 10% discount on purchases of $20 and over on prescription medication. Stop settling for less. Visit Gittins Healthcare, where your health is our priority.
This isn't just rum. It's a captivating journey infused with the essence of Bios Bombay, warmth and wonder. Experience the rich depth of Campeche like never before. Must be 18 years and older. Drink responsibly.
Whether you're refreshing a bedroom or giving your home a bold new look, the Color Shop has the perfect paint and tools to make it happen, inside and out. With quality finishes for every surface and accessories to match, we make painting easy from start to finish. Whether it's a DIY weekend or a contractor starting a brand new project, the Color Shop is the trusted choice.
He was a voice from the pulpit, now away from the altar, but never away from purpose. Father Gerald Ball now takes the Legends stage with fire, conviction, and a calypso that's stirring the nation. The 19th annual Hubbard's Legends in Concert, Sunday, November 9th, 5 p.m., Grenada Trade Center. Father Gerard Paul sings Truth to Power.
In the face of all this violence, I will preach
Along with the Best of Grenada, Black Prince, and the Pink Panther. Tickets $60 and are available at all Gittins Healthcare pharmacies. Quick Stop at Otway Service Station, Springs Food Mart, Clear Vision Eye Center, Gittins Pharmacy, St. George's, St. David's Pharmacy, and GoToFed.com. Father Gerard Paul, along with the voices of legends and their stories that shaped generations. The 19th annual Hubbard's Legends in Concert. One stage, one night. Get your tickets now.
Cannot just pretend everything is fine as I run me mind.
It happens to all of us. Low on cash and in need of money right away. Play Instacash Monday to Sunday and there are no draws.
So what you saying? No numbers to choose from?
Nope.
And no draw sessions to wait on?
Nope.
And we can play it anytime and any day?
Yep. Including Sundays. Instacash. Ask for it by name and choose from a wide variety of games as low as $2 and win instantly. It is fast, it is easy to play, and you win cash right away. Must be 18 years or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
Good evening, sporting fans. Having set India 121 runs for victory in the second test in Delhi, the West Indies were able to prize one wicket before stumps on day 4, with the hosts needing an additional 58 runs to complete a 2-0 series win. John Campbell, 115, and Shea Hope, 103, converted their overnight scores to bring up centuries earlier in the day's play. Campbell, who started today on 87, got to his maiden test ton with an audacious slog sweep 6 within an hour of the morning session. We can tell you the Barbadian then followed suit after lunch, ending an 8-year wait for a third 100 in the format. After Ravindra Jadeja brought about an end to the pair's 177-run third wicket partnership, Hope then put on 59 runs with skipper Roston Chase 40 for the fourth wicket. However, the visitors lost their 6 wickets for 40 runs, a slide that was halted by a 79-run 10th wicket partnership between Justin Graves 50 and Jaden Seals 32 to push the visitors to 390. Dromil Warakan has claimed the lone Indian wicket to fall so far, removing Yashasvi Jaiswal for 8 as the hosts got to close off play at 63 for 1. Well, preparation for the regional CG United Super 50 tournament continues with 5 Grenadians called up to the Windward squad. They are Teddy Bishop, who serves as vice captain of the team, Daryl Cyrus, Kurtson Murray, Darren Ned, and Daniel McDonnell. Ryan John is on reserve. The players are currently in St. Vincent with the rest of the Windward squad. The Super 50 Cup, a key platform for emerging regional players and seasoned professionals, has traditionally rotated across Caribbean nations. The tournament will bowl off on November 19 and run until the 29th. Football fever hits a crescendo this weekend with the opening of Wagiti Super Knockout Football Tournament. Now into its 15th year, the tournament will kick off October 18 and run until November 29. The Super Knockout is a club-based tournament organized by Megaforce Promotions and endorsed by the Grenada Football Association. According to organizers, this year's tournament promises to be the most thrilling yet. Saturday's opening will feature a double-header. Game 1 will see Paradise FC Youth playing Honved SC from 6 p.m. Game 2 is set for 8 p.m. It will see Hurricanes SC Youth clashing with 10 XO Legends. A total of 24 teams, including the defending champions Paradise FC International, will compete for $150,000 in cash and prizes. One game was played over the weekend in the newly opened Under-23 Basketball Championship at Grandance Basketball Court. Traditional Bred Inc. Tornadoes defeated Clark's Coat Bay Boatyard Marina Spotlight Ballers in a blow game, 83-32. The outstanding players for Traditional Bred Inc. Tornadoes were Christian Jarahir with the number 3 vest with 18 points, 10 assists, and 3 steals. He was supported by John T. Alexander with the number 6 vest with 12 points, 2 assists, and 2 steals. Clark's Coat Bay, Boatyard, and Marina Spotlight Ballers were led by Tyree Douglas with the number 5 vest with 12 points, 5 steals, and 3 assists. Nathan Modeste was also in the zone with the number 9 vest with 8 points and 1 assist. That's the sports news for now. Days after Barbados, Belize, Dominica, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines began full free movement of nationals, Barbados' Prime Minister Mia Amor Motley reports there has been no significant influx of non-nationals. The agreement, launched on October 1, is intended to facilitate ease of movement among ordinary citizens. Prime Minister Motley addressed the issue at State House, Barbados. The Caribbean Community Free Movement of Nationals bill will be debated in Parliament next week, with the Prime Minister noting the delay is not a concern.
Those who have money don't need this. Those who have companies don't need this. This is for the little boy who wants to go and work in the services area down the islands in Dominica because he loves ecotourism. This is for the little girl in Dominica who may want to decide that she wants to come and work in Barbados because she wants to work close to a lab that may not be open in Dominica. This is for the other person in Belize who wants to be able to come down in the Eastern Caribbean and be able to live their life down this side rather than in Central America. This is for ordinary people's children. This would be an issue for those who want a job. How many people can get a job between the 1st of October and now? They've got to come and look for the job first invariably. You understand? So the bill is really to reduce the obstacles for the other areas but not for entry. And that's why we were comfortable doing it. And the unlimited entry was covered by the Minister of Home Affairs given the instruction as Minister in charge of immigration.
Further afield, the last 20 living hostages held by Hamas in Gaza have returned to Israel after more than 2 years in captivity. Hamas is expected to release the remains of 4 deceased hostages remains today. The remains of up to 24 other deceased hostages are still being held. Nearly 2,000 Palestinian prisoners have been freed by Israel as part of a ceasefire deal. U.S. President Donald Trump addressed Israel's parliament before heading to Egypt for a peace summit.
With a ceasefire in Gaza holding, Hamas released the last of the 20 living Israeli captives. And Israel began releasing hundreds of Palestinian prisoners. Anticipation and celebrations in Tel Aviv, Gaza, and the occupied West Bank.
I am so happy. I can't explain how happy I am. I'm looking for my family. I want to find them. I was in prison for 20 years.
At the Knesset in West Jerusalem, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu used the moment to reframe Israel's genocide in Gaza as a military victory. While entirely reiterating Israeli narratives, he did seem to concede that the war is, for now, over.
Mr. President, you are committed to this peace. I am committed to this peace. And together, Mr. President, we will achieve this peace.
Most of Netanyahu's remarks centered on praising U.S. President Donald Trump for his unwavering support of Israel throughout the war. Trump declared the end of the war even before traveling to Israel and described the moment as one of divine destiny and regional peace.
And after so many years of unceasing war and endless danger, today the skies are calm, the guns are silent, the sirens are still, and the sun rises on a holy land that is finally at peace. This is the historic dawn of a new Middle East.
For years, the captive crisis was one of the most politically charged aspects of the war. This breakthrough follows intense international mediation led by the U.S., Egypt, and Qatar. Hamas releasing all captives made the deal possible, but also meant surrendering its only leverage. In Gaza, reactions are mixed. Relief at the cessation of airstrikes and aid finally getting through, but also sorrow, anger, and exhaustion. For Palestinians, this moment is less about long-term peace and more about short-term survival.
We were told by an intelligence officer not to celebrate, otherwise they would ruin our joy. What is important for us is to have our brother released.
The significance of this moment will depend entirely on what happens next. If peace takes root, this could be remembered as a turning point. But if Israel resumes its attacks, it will be seen as just another pause in a cycle of violence and another missed opportunity. Zain Basravi, Al Jazeera.
A reminder of the headlines right after this. We just have time to remind you of the headlines. Trump administration threatens sanctions against small island states over International Maritime Organization's net zero framework. U.S. Southcom commander to hold security talks in Grenada. Historian Desiree Baptiste claims new evidence of British monarchy's gains from slavery in Grenada. Also in the news, regionally, Barbados reports no surge in arrivals after CARICOM pre-movement begins. Internationally, final living hostages freed as Trump visits Israel. Plus in the sports news, Hope and Campbell shine. West Indies still in the dark with the series, while Tornadoes sink spotlight ballers in under-23 basketball. I'm Kenroy Baptiste. Thank you for joining us. Don't forget, Beyond the Headlines from 8:30 this evening with Colin Dow. On the panel, Chester Humphrey, of course, former Senate President in Grenada, Dr. Ivor Griffith, and Peter Wickham. Beyond the Headlines here on GBN TV, simultaneously on K105 FM, and of course the Facebook page of GBN, as well as the YouTube channel of the network. That's it for now. Good night.